And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a game called Merchants of Magick. This is actually a very nice looking box, of great art on the front. It is a roll and write game where you're rolling some dice and you are basically making items for adventurers to come by and buy them from your shop. I don't know why this theme appeals to me so much, but the idea of being a merchant and selling an enchanted sword of dragons to someone coming by, I've always liked that theme. That's what this is. It's a 10-round game where you're trying to make items and sell them to adventurers to get the most points. Here's how it plays. At the beginning of the game, each player is going to get one of these sheets here, as well as a pencil. You're going to get randomly giving kind of a customer. This customer wants to buy stuff from you, so the wizard, the bounty hunter, barbarian, etc. Each of them has 3 items that they want. You're also going to put a certain number of orders from the deck over your sheet like this. And these are going to come out and they're going to be various things. This is fiery plate armor, everlasting backpack of the dragons, backpack of the orc. So those are orders that people want. There's going to be a couple cards here. These are kind of bonus cards, mastery cards. The first person to do them over the course of the game is going to get bonus points. Each round of the game, somebody is going to roll all 4 dice. There's a 6-sided, 8-sided, 10-sided, and 12-sided die. You're going to write the results here. Each person's going to write all 4 results on their sheet. So there's going to be 10 rounds, and you'll write the 4 results. So in this case, a 4, 6, 7, and this is a 10. You'll write those results. Then each player is going to use 2 of those results. Now you can use more than 2, but you'll have to mark off these circles here. So 3 times over the course of the game, you can use extra dice. You actually can do it 6 times, but you would have to spend potions, 2 potions, 3 potions, and 4 potions to use them extra times. When you spend a die, you are learning how to craft something or learning how to do an enchantment. So, for example here, let's take a look at the crafting side. A backpack. To do that, I need a die that's a 3 or higher, and it can be the 6-sided, 8-sided, or 10-sided die. To do the scroll, I need a die that's 3 or higher, and it needs to be the 6-sided or the 8-sided. To do a ring, I need to get a 2 or higher on a 6-sided, and a 6 or higher on a 6, 8, or 10-sided die. So as you finish these, whenever you use a die, you'll circle that one to show that it's done. When you do all the circles in an area, you're going to circle the number at the beginning, that's points at the end of the game, and you also get a potion for when you complete these. Potions can be used, and the colors here doesn't matter. They're different colors in case you run out and you want to use potions as 1, 5, and 10 or something like that. But you can spend as many potions as you want in your turn to add or subtract from the dice. So on the crafting side, you need certain numbers or higher to circle them. On the research side, you need certain numbers or lower. And this side uses the 8s, 10s, and the 12-sided dice. So you're going to be marking these different things off. You're doing this because you want to fulfill these orders. So to fulfill this order, which is going to be worth 4 points, I need fiery plate armor. That means I need to know how to do plate armor, which is pretty tricky. It's going to need 3 dice here, an 8 or higher and a 6-sided, which is impossible without potions, a 2 or higher and an 8 or higher here. And then fiery is up here, where I need a 6 or lower on these dice and an 11 or lower on the 12. That's pretty difficult to do. But once I have fiery and plate armor done, I might be able to do more orders. In fact, you can see here, this one, everlasting backpack of the dragons. I need backpack of the dragons and everlasting. So you're going to be filling these out to try to get your different orders. You're also trying to get the orders here. So for example, you see here, I need a backpack of dragons, sword of the dragons, and a helmet of the dragons. Each time I fulfill one of the orders on the knight here, and I can do those in any order, I'm going to mark one of these circles off on the bottom. The first time I do it, I get 3 potions. The second time, I can mark any circle on the board. And the third time, I can mark any circle, and I get the coins on my traveler that I'm trying to do. You also have a charm section. These don't help you fulfill orders, but what they do is they give you bonuses. Like if I do the glamour potion, I just get 3 potions. Here, at the end of the game, I'm going to get 2 for every accessory card I finish, 2 for every weapon card, and 2 bonus for every armor card. And that's it. You're going to be writing down at the end of 10 rounds if you've gotten the material mastery or the energy mastery, which means you're the person who finished these. Like I mark 6 circles in the elemental energy column. You'll write those bonuses down. You'll write down all the cards that you got, all the points you got for the cards you crafted, all the different bonuses, and whoever has the most is the winner. One last thing though, at the end of a round, whenever you complete one of these cards, it's replaced with a face down card. And you can complete more than one per turn. At the end of every round, the card on your left is passed to the person on your left, and you get the next card from the person. Then you flip the cards face up. So your cards are constantly rotating, and you can even look at the person sitting to your right to see what cards might come your direction and start preparing to fulfill them. For the most part, I'm happy with the components of the game. The dice are good quality here. This sheet is nice. It's a little bland in parts, but I do like the color here. These spots to write numbers are really small, and it's really easy when you're writing numbers, and I'm not going to say who this person was, but as you're writing the numbers down to get off track, and then you suddenly have to start squishing them near the end. And you actually don't even have to write them down. It's just a useful thing. We were writing them down and circling the 2 that we were using. Down here, the rest of it's not so bad. You just circle stuff as you get it, so that's pretty easy. The potions are really nice quality. I like the art. You'll notice it shows a symbol here on the top of what you're trying to do. It's just very basic cards. The card quality is not great, but the cards look good, and the art is fine. The rule book is okay, if a little bland, with a very small picture of setup, but for the most part, it works pretty well explaining how to play the game. When you first play this game, it's going to take a little bit to wrap your head around, I'm assuming, the dice rolling. You write down the 4 numbers that you have the possibility of using, but it's interesting because on the bigger dice, usually, especially the 12, you want that die to be lower than not because you're looking for a certain number and lower, and on the bigger dice you're looking for the number to be higher. So it's kind of an odd, putting your mind around the different things. And of course the 8 and the 10 sided are on both sides, so you might want them to be high or you might want them to be low. So there's a bit of that in the game. Now what is good is the dice that are rolled are for everyone. So yes, there's randomness there, but you all have the same options at the beginning of the game. You're not going to all pick the same things with the dice. You're doing it simultaneously, but you also have different end goals. I might be trying to, like you saw my adventure, I wanted stuff from of the dragons. So I might go for of the dragons first just to get that done so I can start cranking out their equipment to do the card that I have. Or I might have a piece of easy equipment to do in front of me. You will likely not be able to complete anything on turn 1, or maybe even turn 2, but starting turn 3, you want to start completing those orders that come in front of you. And as the game goes by, you're getting more and more stuff. You have to decide to get those charms or not. For endgame points, they don't seem to help you right now, but I find all that stuff to be very enjoyable. The biggest problem I have with the game, and the thing that keeps me from really giving this game a recommendation, is the luck. But it's not the luck from rolling the dice, because like I said, A, it hits everyone equally, and B, you're able to mitigate it with the potions. But a bigger problem that I have with this game is that the cards coming around. When you get the cards, sometimes you get a card, you flip it over, and it's exactly what you need. Sometimes you draw the card and it's exactly what the next guy needs. I got a fiery sword of dragons. That is what they have. I pass it to them, they complete it. I can't get that done. Yeah, well, that's kind of the luck of the draw, but in this game, that is a big thing. Every game of this that I played, the winner has seemingly, at least, we'd have to write down everything that happened, but has seemingly won because they built a backpack of, fire, and they also had a sword of fire, and they got some cards, and it was backpack of fire, sword of fire. Boom, boom, done. They had no idea those cards were coming up. Yes, you build towards the cards you can see and the cards that are coming. But when the new cards come out, they may work for you and they might not. You know, in one game I was playing in the 9th and 10th round, I had lots of stuff filled out. I finished my orders, and then new ones came out, and I wasn't even close to completing them. And I can't just suddenly turn on a dime and do those. And the person next to me got everything they needed, and they completed them. And that literally was the difference of the game. So I wish there was a way around that. I don't mind the idea of the cards rotating between players. That's a good one. And it's even thematic. Like, oh, you took too long to make this sword? I'm going to that shop. But the luck of the new ones coming out, going to the people, I found to be too much that it kind of takes me out of the game a bit. And it keeps me from just saying I really like this game. I like everything else about the game. I like the theme. I think it looks cool. It feels different than other games that are out there. You have lots of cool choices, but not overwhelming amount. All that stuff is good. It's just that luck of those cards coming out that kind of pulls me out of it just a bit. But that may not bother you, and if so, this is a fantastic, different looking game than other ones that are out there. So check it out. That's Merchants of Magick. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel. You've been watching The Dice Tower. Dice Tower Judgment, I like everything but the luck.